Hello, dear friends. Today, we embark on a transformative journey through one of the most profound yet challenging topics in the realm of faith, how God uses pain to shape and transform us. Inspired by the timeless insights of C.S. Lewis and grounded in the eternal truths of Scripture, we'll explore the mysterious ways in which suffering serves as an instrument of divine love and purpose. Together, let's uncover the beauty that lies within the trials of life, not merely to endure them but to embrace the higher calling they represent. 3 profound ways God uses pain to transform you. Pain is an inescapable part of the human experience. Whether it arises from loss, failure, illness, or the struggles of daily life, pain often feels like an unwelcome guest that disrupts our comfort and shatters our illusions of control. Yet, in his masterpiece The Problem of Pain, C.S. Lewis offers a profound perspective. Pain is God's megaphone to rouse a deaf world. This singular statement encapsulates a spiritual truth that has resonated deeply with believers for generations. Pain, though unwelcome, is often a divine tool, an instrument of awakening, refinement, and ultimate transformation. Through the lens of Lewis's writings and the wisdom of the Bible, we'll explore 3 powerful ways God uses pain to bring about growth, healing, and eternal purpose in our lives. 1. Pain as a divine wake-up call. Have you ever felt the sharp sting of pain jolt you out of complacency? In the rush and noise of daily life, it's easy to become distracted and self-sufficient, gradually distancing ourselves from God. Pain, Lewis explains, acts as a megaphone, a loud and unavoidable reminder of our dependence on the Creator. God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pains. This imagery captures the startling clarity that pain brings to our lives. When we face trials, the illusions of control and self-reliance begin to crumble, revealing the truth of our dependence on God. Proverbs 3 verses 11 to 12 echoes this sentiment. Do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves, as a father the son he delights in. Here, discipline is not an act of wrath but of love, a gentle correction intended to guide us back onto the right path. Much like a parent disciplines a child to teach them valuable lessons, God uses pain to redirect us from harmful behaviors, remind us of his sovereignty, and invite us into a closer relationship with him. For instance, consider the story of Jonah. When Jonah fled from God's calling, he found himself in the belly of a great fish, a dark, isolating, and painful place. Yet, it was in this moment of desperation that Jonah cried out to God and realigned his heart with divine purpose. Pain, in this sense, became a tool for awakening, a moment of clarity that turned rebellion into surrender. 2. Suffering as a refining fire. While pain may serve as a wake-up call, its work doesn't stop there. It also refines us, chiseling away the rough edges of our character and transforming us into the masterpieces God intends us to be. Lewis pointedly writes, we are not necessarily doubting that God will do the best for us, we are wondering how painful the best will turn out to be. This statement captures the paradox of divine love. While God desires our ultimate good, the path to that good often involves discomfort and challenge. Imagine a sculptor working on a block of marble. The chisel's blows may seem harsh, but they are necessary to reveal the beauty hidden within the stone. The Bible reinforces this metaphor in Isaiah 48 verse 10. See, I have refined you, though not as silver, I have tested you in the furnace of affliction. Similarly, in Malachi 3 verse 3, God is described as a refiner and purifier of silver, cleansing his people of impurities to make them shine like precious metal. This process, though painful, is ultimately one of love and restoration. Consider the story of Job. Stripped of his possessions, health, and loved ones, Job endured immense suffering. Yet, through his trials, his faith was refined, and his understanding of God deepened. By the end of his journey, Job emerged with a renewed relationship with God and blessings that far surpassed his previous life. Pain, then, becomes a tool of transformation, a fire that burns away the dross of selfishness, pride, and doubt, leaving behind a faith that is pure, strong, and unshakable. 3. Pain points to an eternal perspective. Perhaps the most comforting aspect of Lewis's theology is his insistence on the eternal significance of earthly suffering. In The Problem of Pain, he writes, "Heaven, once attained, will work backwards and turn even that agony into a glory." This profound statement invites us to view our struggles through the lens of eternity. While pain may seem unbearable in the moment, it is temporary when compared to the glory that awaits us in God's presence. The Apostle Paul echoes this sentiment in 2 Corinthians 4 verses 17 to 18. "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." Earthly suffering, when viewed through this lens, is not meaningless. It serves a greater purpose, shaping us for the eternal joy and peace that await us in heaven. This perspective doesn't negate the reality of pain but transforms it into a stepping stone towards something far greater. Consider the life of Jesus himself. His suffering on the cross was unimaginable, yet it was through this pain that the greatest act of redemption was accomplished. For believers, the cross stands as a powerful reminder that pain, though difficult, often carries the seeds of God's greatest purposes. A call to embrace transformation. Pain is not an easy subject to grapple with. It challenges our faith, tests our endurance, and forces us to confront the frailty of human existence. Yet, as C.S. Lewis reminds us, it is also a profound invitation, a call to trust in God's purpose, even when it feels beyond our understanding. Rather than viewing pain as a punishment or meaningless burden, we are called to see it as a tool for growth, refinement, and deepening our relationship with God. The Bible is filled with countless examples of how God uses trials to shape his people, from the testing of Abraham to the perseverance of Paul. If you are walking through a season of pain today, take heart. Remember that your struggles are not in vain. They are part of a divine process that is preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. Trust in the sculptor who is shaping you into his masterpiece, the refiner who is purifying your soul, and the loving Father who disciplines because he delights in you. Let us hold fast to the hope that C.S. Lewis so eloquently described. Heaven, once attained, will work backwards and turn even that agony into a glory. May this truth sustain you, encourage you, and remind you that even in the darkest moments, God is at work, using pain to transform you into a reflection of his glory. Closing blessing. May God bless you abundantly and give you the strength to face life's trials with faith, courage, and hope. Remember, dear friend, you are never alone. In every moment of pain, God is with you, shaping you, guiding you, and preparing you for an eternal glory that far outweighs the struggles of today.